take that picture down. We're going to talk about that picture. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Listen, I haven't been here in a while, so I don't know how many people be over here. And I'm gonna go off camera. I just came on camera to let you know I'm well, I'm live, I'm good. I just don't come on YouTube as much. I'm trying to work on my editing. But anyway, let me stop the cam, baby. I wanted to talk about Ella Good, who has been missing from Houston, Texas, and now they have another young lady who's missing from Texas as well, Houston. I don't know what's going on with all these women missing, but thanks for joining me. I promise you I will be here once a week. Now I can't tell you what day it is because my schedule fluctuates and I work 12-hour shifts, but I promise that I have to get back on here because I'm losing a lot of viewership because I don't come on as much and you have to be consistent. But we already talked about Ariana Taylor. Rest in peace. Unfortunately, they found her dead. We talked about her, and also Alexis Morales. Remember, I had started talking about this beautiful young lady, her and her baby. Well, they found Alexis Morales. Of course, she's no longer with us, so they did the unthinkable to her. But her baby, Messiah, was still alive, and he was in the car. Now, that's a sketchy situation too. A lot of these situations are fishy, but anytime they harm one person, not the other, they must truly had love for little Messiah because they did not, do the same thing they did to her. So that lets me know, or it gives us an indication, perhaps someone very close to her did the unthinkable. Now, it's always speculation, all kind of stories roaming around, YouTube, and then on the news, in the news outlets as well. We don't know what's the truth, but it's strange that a lot of women are coming up missing. But I think I did put up a clip and tell y'all that domestic violence, they call it domestic partnership violence, is on the increase, and it has been on the increase since the little C-19 thing going on. So a lot of these cases are cropping up, and the people I watch, I've been in the crime area for a long time now, maybe about for a month. If you notice, you don't see me that much, involved and getting engaged in YouTube in my sector, that not as much because I'll be over there. And when I do come in the beef sector, I watch certain people and I really don't even drop down. I may let them know some kind of way, hey, I'm here, still support. Because I do come over here and I've seen some crazy stuff over here, and I don't know what's really going on. But I know my sister Diva keeps me in the loop. Go ahead, Tiva. Watch this. Tiva, did you hear that? So I thank God for her keeping me in the loop, and her and I always laugh about it because I started her on this YouTube, and now I have backed out somewhat of the beef sector. Not the beef sector will always be a place I visit, but I am not making my home in the beef sector because I don't want to do the things that happen in the beef sector. But hey, more power to whomever's over there, and their channels are thriving. I heard we have a new villain in town. Her channel is just thriving. She's killing views. I guess what you say, congratulations to her. Then, of course, Pizarro is still killing views, and I still keep, a watch on James, and Pizarro. So they're doing their thing over here. And a lot of times, just like anybody else, I come over here and I watch the mess. But I really wanted to stay on this crime thing with these missing women of color because there's so many of them. A story pops up every day, you guys, 1 or 2 stories, and I can't stay abreast of them because I'm by myself. Now, I go over to a brother channel called Ratchet TV, and he's a larger platform. So, and he has people working with him that, feed him information. And then I believe this is his job. So he sits down there and he research, go on social media and people send him things. So it's really popping over there. And I go over there, I watch him nightly when he has, something in reference to these cases because I want to follow him and I go elsewhere. But with this Alexis Morales case, you guys, she was kind of twisted. And I don't like to talk about the deceased because they're not here to defend themselves. So anything I say is alleged. you know. And when I use some materials, it's for fair use for me to do commentary on. So allegedly, she was married to a man from Nigeria. I think she had married a gentleman from Nigeria or some parts of Africa, and her family didn't have knowledge of it. She had been, married to him for a while, and the purpose of her doing it is because she wanted to help him get a green card, and I believe he paid her a certain amount. So in the midst of that, she was also dating this other guy who I think she truly loved. Their relationship was solid, but I'm not even sure if he was aware that she had married this gentleman from Nigeria for his green card. But she got pregnant. And I think in the midst of allegedly, when she got pregnant, she told both of them that they were the potential fathers. They were the father of the child. So her sister came out, and her sister was a spokesperson for the family, and they had been on other people platforms, and they didn't have knowledge of her being married to this guy, Steve. But now that she's married to him, I guess they accept the fact that perhaps she was having a relationship with him too, as well as Thaddeus, the so-called baby father. So right now, they don't know who the baby father is. And could this twisted, web of relationship cost her life? I don't know, because her autopsy haven't been revealed yet, nor you hear too much about it. Now, a lot of these cases, the unfortunate thing is they go unsolved. They go unsolved because why? I don't know if the police department don't have the resources to keep searching and searching for them, and the families don't have the resources, because it takes a lot to search for a missing person, but they found her car in the backyard, you guys. Now listen to this crazy shit. And I was gonna play the clip, but every time I play clips from the news, they copyright claim me. So I just left it alone. I have to learn how to get around. Maybe someone could reach out to me, or I could reach out to someone, and they can let me know how I get around getting those copyright claims when I use newspaper clips. Even though I talk over them, my commentary isn't enough because it's their intellectual property, so I can't use it. But anywho, they found her car behind this neighbor's house. Listen to this crazy shit. The neighbor said that her husband had alerted her 4 or 5 days prior to the police finding her car there, and told her, "Hey, have you noticed that silver BMW in the back of our house?" And she said, "No." Now, this is in the back of your house. And this was parked, if this was the lady's house, real close by her house, that you would assume that she would have seen it. She said, but she never seen the car until they found it. Or her husband alerted her to the car was parked there 4 or 5 days, which I found to be very strange. You never saw that car in your backyard? And so they find the car, and they find Alexis on the passenger side, deceased, and the baby Messiah in the back. Now, the lady says she feel regretful because she didn't call the police. I guess she hadn't heard the news to know that it was a missing BMW, a missing persons alert on these people in the BMW. I don't know. It sounds crazy to me. I can't figure it out why the husband didn't call the police, or why they never seen the missing person alerts on television, and it was all through, the area that they lived in. So, anywho, they find the car, and they find Alexis in there, deceased, and they find baby Messiah, and they take baby Messiah to the hospital. Hello, Arrow. How are you, love? They take the baby to the hospital, to do a well baby check on it, because they was afraid that the baby may have hypothermia. The baby is fine. I believe the baby may have been released from the hospital by now, because it's been a couple of days. I'm always late. But anywho, it's been a couple of days. The baby had on a fresh diaper. And where they found the car at was only like 3 miles away from the supposedly baby father, or the husband. So it wasn't far from where the park they had left. It was 3 miles away from where the park, they had left that night. But the baby had on a fresh diaper. So that lets me know that Well, it leads me to believe her body was just put there, recently put there, and they put the baby there, you know, but to have on a fresh diaper, someone cared for the baby. So that's strange. So right now, at first, it was rumors swirling around that they had a suspect, which was the husband that she had married from Nigeria. Come to find out, that's not true. It was just a rumor. So you know, a lot of rumors swirl around situations like this, and some mean things be done. Also, people post things under these family members' social media, and they post not so nice things, and I don't ever want to do that. I don't know this young lady. I've never talked to her or her family. These are just cases that I'm picking up in my crime scene area and or scanning the news, you know. But anywho, it sounds like she was caught up in a relationship with both of these men, and it didn't turn out too well for her. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it is because they didn't say who did it, and there is no suspect in custody like it was once said. So I don't know. But yes, the story I was talking about last week, the young lady is deceased, but the baby is fine. So now this next one I want to talk about is Ella Goodie. Ella Goodie from Houston, Texas, and I have another woman from Houston, Texas. Ella Goodie went missing on March the 9th in Houston, Texas. She was a Lyft driver. Let me get her picture. Let me get Ella picture, you guys. Hold on. She was a Lyft driver. There's Ella, and then I want you to look at this gentleman here, okay? So Ella went missing on the 9th of March. She left to give this gentleman a ride who I believe that she had given a ride to before, so she was familiar with the guy. She told her daughter, she said, "I love you. I'm heading to Louisiana." Wait a minute. Yeah, she from Houston, Texas. I'm headed to Louisiana, and make sure you get ready for school and I'll be back. I love you. Well, when she didn't return to pick up her daughter from school and they hadn't heard from her, her mother and them got alarmed. So they called the police. Ella's car was found the next day. After the mother called the police, they found her vehicle, and they had on the cam, they noticed where her vehicle had left Houston, Texas, went into Louisiana, and came back to Houston, Texas. But Ella was not in the vehicle, or she wasn't driving the vehicle. They did arrest this gentleman, the last person who had been with Ella, and they won't release him on bond. Now, here's the story behind that. Ella gave this gentleman Brandon a ride. So she had known Brandon, she had given him a ride. She used to work for Lyft terminated her, so she continued to do her own thing as an independent, like Lyft driver, you know. So this leads me to believe too, she knew who she was picking up because she was taking them to Houston, Texas. She was taking them to Louisiana. She's from Houston, right? She was taking them to Louisiana. So they found the car because he fled. He fled the state, but they found her car not far from where they found him in Missouri. So that's like, did he have her car? They found her car, but they didn't find her. But they did lock him up because he had warrants out for him. He have a long rap sheet too, guys. Look, this gentleman has a long rap sheet. So he was the last one seen with her. And it's believed that perhaps he had something to do with it and he had her vehicle. But again, they didn't place much emphasis on that because I believe they're still investigating it. But here's this story is a little crazy too, because I want to show you this picture. And before I tell you what this picture is, I want you to look closely and tell me what you see in this picture. Can you guys see it? Because I can't blow it up. Now, shout out to Ratchet TV, because like I said, I go over there and I support that brother, and he has all the information. He has all the tea some evidence that he has a lot when he do his show, So I watch it. But what does that look like to you? And then I'll tell you what it is. Hey, Duchess. Anybody know what that looked like to you? And then I'm going to tell you what it is. Allegedly. Hey, Dutch, thanks for joining me. Does anybody know? Can somebody probably put in the chat if you still here, if you know what it is? If not, I'm going to help you. Diva, can you get Marvo too as well and see if Marvo here? So it's nobody but me, Diva, Duchess in here. Anywho, I'll tell you what this picture is. Allegedly, this is a picture of Ella. You see that? That's Ella laying down, appeared to be laying down on a back seat. The black that you see on top of her is a gentleman, the back of a gentleman's head. The white shirt, the white shirt is the gentleman who's driving the vehicle, not her vehicle, his own vehicle. But that's what it looks like. It looks like Ella drugged, or she could be deceased. I would hope that you'd have to be a real psycho and sicko to be having, sex with someone deceased. But that looks just like Ella. Now, I know people Photoshop things and they do different things, but this gentleman in the white shirt is Brandon's cousin. And it's Brandon's cousin, and he was driving and they were videotaping. This is how Ella looked. So see, Ella, that picture looks very similar to Ella laying there with no lashes on and her eyes closed. And it does appear to be somebody on top of her, but someone is driving. And I believe while they was driving, someone must have taken the picture of taking the video and froze it at that point and looked at it and said, hey, that's Ella in that back seat. It looks like Ella in that back seat. That's what it looks like. So the gentleman driving the car is Brandon's good cousin, homies, best friends, best cousins. He's driving the car, and him and this other gentleman is in the car, and they talking. And the other gentleman hair is like curly in nature, and he had like a little fraud stuff. Like, again, I'm going to refer you to Ratchet TV because I didn't want to take too much of his stuff because it's his intellectual property, and I haven't corresponded with him to ask him, can I use this? So I have to shout him out and send you over there so you can see the full video of it. But the cousin is driving the car, and he has his friend with him. And the friend has on a red shirt, and he has curly hair. So I guess while they videotaping it, this took place. The friend who's riding with Brandon's cousin, who is now locked up because he was the last one seen with Ella, who she gave a ride to Louisiana. His cousin is talking a bunch of shit, in his emails and I guess his posts and stuff on his social media site, how he'll do anything as a bruh code to protect his cousin. He can always ride with his cousin. So did he help his cousin, or what's going on? Was he a part of it? I don't know. Again, all this is alleged, but I'll take you back to that picture. That definitely, without a doubt, to me, looked like that is someone, and that's that black curly hair of the gentleman who we saw riding the car with the cousin. His hair was curly in nature on top of Ella. Now, I don't know. People Photoshop stuff. I just don't know, but it looks like at this point, I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pointing at. It looked like it's an ear right there. Perhaps it could be an ear, and that's Ella either drugged up or no longer with us. You got to watch what you say on YouTube. So I'm not sure. They didn't find Ella as of yet. Her mother's out there pleading and begging, crying, and some of the families have the same outrage and cry that they are not getting enough help from the communities, I guess in reference to law enforcement. So it's her and her family. They headed to Louisiana to search for Ella's body, perhaps. I'm just going to say to search for Ella, but again, everything I say is alleged. A lot of it is from a news source, and some is from other social media sites. And I do go over from time to time and look at these people, Facebook and IG. Again, it takes a lot, and I don't have that much time. So I think I will just continue also to work on my uploads that we can get more information out of. But so that's Ella Goodie. I don't know if she's still here. Ariana Taylor, rest her soul. Her mother and them laid her to rest yesterday. Pretty sad, pretty sad. And some people are writing in the group that I'm in. I'm in a group about missing and exploited and murdered Black women. Well, women of color, women in general, I guess. It didn't say of color, I don't think. But anywho, her mother laid her to rest yesterday. So prayers go out to her mother and her family and their loved ones, because that's pretty simple. Now, I remember her mother saying she thought it was foul play. I believe that's what her mother and other people believe in their hearts. Now, why they didn't get a second autopsy, people is wondering, and I wondered the same thing. For one, autopsies are very expensive. Did they not have the money? If she thought it was foul play and that the Gary, Indiana police or whomever was covering something up, why didn't she get her own private autopsy? Because it costs money, or perhaps her mother just wanted closure. Either way, she just wanted closure. But I don't know how well I could live knowing that I know perhaps something was done to my daughter, or does she accept the fact that perhaps it was an accident? Now, I don't think it was an accident, you guys, because if it was an accident, I think the key players that we took a look at and I took a look at, they certainly wouldn't have been acting like this. Hey, Melissa, thanks for joining me. This too, yeah. Oh, okay. Um, it's just some weird shit popping up with these cases, you guys. And if you don't keep them on the forefront, again, it'll go as a cold case. And I'm sure if her mother accepted the fact that perhaps this was an accident and she buried her daughter and didn't do a second autopsy or didn't hire private investigators, it could have been due to finances or whatever reason. But Ariana Taylor was laid to rest yesterday, and Ratchet TV also had that on his social media. Like I said, the brother dig deeper. He really, when you have a large audience, though, you don't know who's in your audience. You don't know what type of occupation they have, and you don't know how involved they get in the case. So you have people sending you all kinds of stuff. Like I said, if I have more people, I'll have somebody, okay, you hit the social media, look up these people's social media, see what they saying, while I stay on this part, looking at the news, trying to break it down or whatever. It takes a lot to get involved. But then, should you involve yourself that much? I don't know. If I'm going to do the crime thing, I do like to have a lot of information, but I would wish that every information that I receive or that I deliver to you all are factual. This is just alleged about that Ella Goodie thing. Yes, she is missing. She hasn't been found. And that was on March the 9th. They arrested Brandon on March the 12th, I believe, and they have her SUV. So maybe they'll do the fingerprints and all that and they'll find a suspect. But they did not let Brandon out because he already had charges, and he had missed his court date. So they put that bench warrant out on. But again, he's being questioned because allegedly he was the last person seen with Ella. Isn't that sad? So, and like I said, this picture right here, Melissa, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm going to put it back up here, Melissa. To me, in this picture, it looked like is Ella and this other gentleman who was riding in the car with the cousin. And the cousin, this is a white shirt. Everybody could see that this is a person's body, But again, I don't know. People Photoshop shit. I just don't know. I haven't seen it to be tampered with. But again, I don't know about the Photoshopping and stuff. But it appeared that this young man is on top of her in the back of a car. So I don't know. Hopefully somebody got that out to the police, and the police could follow through with the cousin's social media, because he was doing a lot of posting and talking and riding. And in one picture, he's on video again. See, they love videos. They love social media. They love posting and riding and picture taking, showing everybody what's going on with him. In one of his pictures, he had on a pair of jeans that had a blood stain on them. So I don't know how far apart those pictures were. I don't know where the blood come from. Again, all this is alleged. Is only going on information that I sought out on social media. But so if that's the case, somebody, I'm sure someone will take that, give that picture to, Houston police, and they could do whatever they will with it. But it definitely looked like her laying down with her eyes closed and someone on top of her doing, whatever. Sick shit though, right? Yeah, that one broke my heart too. That young girl out there hustling. Her eyes don't look closed all the way to me, because I think perhaps Duchess, she was drugged. Yeah, let me look back. You don't think they look all the way closed? Not closed as if she was no longer with us, but it looked like perhaps she was drugged. She was out of it. It don't look like she was laying there enjoying what was going on, if she was still alive anyway. It looked like perhaps she was drugged and just out of it and was laying there. They all break my heart, Melissa. And it's a shame, because this young girl was out there hustling and, trying to make a way for her and her daughter. And the unthinkable happened. But like I said, she knew this guy. She had already given him a lift and a ride before. Perhaps, or hopefully, it is nothing more to the story. Like I said, I don't want to speculate on these people, because I don't know. And I don't want to make the victim, I don't want to re-victimize the victims. Let me say it like that. So I'm very careful on what I say. I don't know if she had a relationship with him. But these cases that I have brought, to you all, and we're talking about the men, several of the men on several cases, they have a rap sheet. They're no good. Now, I could bring up a lot of cases about domestic partnership violence. I just don't want to keep going, posting all them dark things, especially when they no longer here. If they're missing, is a possibility that us keeping this on the forefront, that the people can be found safe and, back home with their loved ones. And then there's a possibility that they end up like Alexis Morales and Ariana, right? That Ariana case, I don't know how far they go dig. Something don't look right. Something don't look right. But again, that happened on March the 11th, and she's still missing. Her parents is out. Her family member and loved ones, they're in Houston. They went to Houston the other day to do a search for her. But the mother is very upset. She says not getting enough attention and no one is helping them. Yeah, it's definitely not right. And like I said, hey, I know Ratchet TV have that information. Perhaps he'll go ahead and give it to the Houston police, or whoever gave it to him will give it to the Houston police, and find out. But this guy, he has like I said, he has access to a lot of shit, y'all. He has a lot of information over there. And sometimes you just question. Now, not all the time I agree with how Ratchet do people when they come on his platform and speak their voice. And if it's a little different from him, give their opinion. Some, he may send them packing. That's what he called. But that's his platform. I don't run his platform. I've never been up on his platform. I just stay in the bushes. Sometimes I engage in the chat. But I have been focusing on some of the not the emails, you guys, some of the IG and Facebook posting that these victims have had in the past. And a lot, and I'm going to say a lot of their postings is in reference to bad relationships that they have with their baby's daddy, because that's what they call them. So, with the exception of Ella, the Alexis Ware, the Alexis Morales, the Ariana Taylor, They all had bad relationships with their babies' daddies. And I don't know if they play a part in this. I really don't. I can't say. A lot of this stuff is alleged. But yeah, now here's another one. Here's another one. This shit is crazy too. This is some crazy stuff. This is Felicia Johnson. She's missing from where? Houston, Texas. That's Felicia Johnson. Felicia Johnson is missing. I'm going to do something on Felicia a little later, but she's another one who popped up missing. She went to this club, to, I guess, audition to work at this club. She was turned away. Allegedly, they don't hire black women. And of course, she's a woman of color. And she, after she left the club, she went to get the Uber. Allegedly, the Uber was taking so long, someone offered her a ride and she vanished into thin air. I'll leave it like that. She was, the Uber was taking so long. She went back in the club, I guess, or somewhere, and a gentleman offered her a ride and she has never been seen again. So Felicia Johnson is another woman missing from Houston, another woman of color. Is so many women of color, you guys, popping up missing. Like I said, I could do these stories for days. If I didn't work and I had sat here and researched, every day I could pump out a new story, because every day is another missing black woman, missing or murdered black woman. And like I said, it's on the rise. Why? I don't know. The domestic violence part, I never accept domestic violence from anyone. There's no justification. But I can imagine if you're already in an abusive relationship when this pandemic took place and you were stuck in the house, if you were living with each other or you were around each other all the time and your relationship was already strained, I can imagine having financial burdens, being stuck in the house with your wife, your significant other, kids running around. Normally they in school, especially if you got a couple of baby kids that's constantly in things and misbehaving. I can see pressure getting on you, but not enough pressure to hurt a child or another person, your loved one, whoever it is, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your boo, whoever. But it's on the rise. It was 8.1% spike in the U.S. in domestic partner violence. That's what they call it, the domestic partnership violence. So, and I had I had about 5 of those cases I could have brought to y'all this month where someone was, taken out by their loved one. Yeah, I said, wow, this is happening quite a bit. But anywho, it's a beautiful day outside. It is so nice. And I was going to postpone this, but I didn't want to postpone this. But I want to come back on Tuesday and just chat it up. I have to make time to come back on here. I'm not really too interested in the drama, you guys. I'll catch some of the drama when I feel like talking about it. But right now, I'm not too interested in it. Now, is the little bit that I saw yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, I saw Sassy come unsassified. Sassy came unsassified. Somewhere. I can't even remember where I was at because I don't watch it that much. I'm not over here as much. But I think my sis Diva hit me to something and I went over there and Sassy was serving. She had then came out of the classiness and she went into some deep. It's lovely, yep. Baby, she served whoever it was. It was on lovely. I'm chilling on my porch right now. I know it's beautiful. We about to cook out, so I'm gonna go cook out. But I didn't want to keep canceling this because I had some ladies from the other group that I'm in, and they were gonna try to come over and we were gonna talk. What I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and be a little better at networking. Hop on a couple of platforms on my crime time, with the crime area and, flow with them for a while so we can get it popping over here as well. I visit them, they come visit me. But I believe perhaps one of the ladies that I met who wanted to join me, but she may be here in the bushes. But yeah, she really got into the Ariana Taylor's case because she lived in the area, you guys. She walked the area where they found her car. Her daughter and her at nighttime went to that area. She was the one that I think videotaped the tapings of the area said they found her at. She was over there. She really got involved. This really hit home for her because she was in the area not far away. So she was doing her own little investigating, and she wanted okay, that's just she wanted me to she got my email late. So she got my message late, so she didn't come over, but she said she'll join me another time. But she was on it. She was on it. And like I said, I don't care what anyone say. I'm not sure what's going on with her mom. I believe maybe it was financial that she didn't carry through with a private investigator or her own autopsy, probably because she couldn't afford it. But basically all these families have started a GoFundMe for help. And had her mother started a GoFundMe, I would have definitely donated to that if I knew. Well, I wouldn't have really known. She would have said it's for an autopsy, but I would have given money anyway in the hopes that she did get a private investigator and an autopsy, because something just was not right with that, and to just let it go. I don't think I would be able to do that, knowing that I probably wouldn't be serving my daughter justice if had it happened to me. But again, I'm not going to sit here and judge or beat her mother down because I don't know the reason for her mother not, seeking a second autopsy or getting a private investigator. I believe, now I saw over under my Ariana Taylor's Facebook group, I saw where some lady or man, I don't know, because like I said, they don't have their real damn names, posted that an off-duty PO did whatever they did to Ariana. Like I said, all this shit is alleged. People just start throwing everything out there, and whatever sticks. But again, it's alleged because we don't know this to be facts. So I'm not repeating anything factual other than something that I've seen, is all commentary. But like I said, my eyes can see this, and so can yours. My eyes can see that. We can see that. That was a picture released on Ratchet TV, So something like that. But anywho, I did make a promise. I'm not going to stay too long. I'm going to drop the link, but I was looking for one of my buddies to come up here, because she's really into this with me. And if I could show her how to do some of this research, she got time. She got a baby, though. She may not have a lot of time, but she doesn't work full time, I think, to my knowledge. Yep. But anywho, and so I heard about, I heard Sassy. Oh my God, Sassy just snatched some edges off. And then who else, Diva? We saw somebody else too. Then I heard about what's happening with the gentleman over there and the elderly lady. I don't know. If I don't know, it's best that I just keep on in my Pinto, chugging in my lane. I don't want to get in all that, but there's a lot going on here. A lot. It seems like the streets, they said the beef sector was dying down. I thought for a minute too that the beef sector was dying down. Other than Pizarro, and James is in the beef sector, but really he has a host of stuff he do. I think he did a cleanup last week, but he hadn't been doing too much. He's been doing his reviews. Other than James, and Pizarro, it was nothing really that I seen over here from the people that I follow. So I was like, damn, the beef sector is really dying down. But what I think it is that it's just a new group of people coming in here with different channels, and they're directing their channel in another direction. However, they in the beef sector because this is where we land at. So most of our subscribers is the beef sector. It is what it is, But a lot of times you ain't gonna survive over here if you ain't drama. Oh, I went in Reed's. Now, me and Reed had our little, spat. But however, I went and read, and I could tell you this about Reed, and it may be a East Coast thing, but Reed should be spot on. Sometimes she is funny. I heard her the other day dragging too, and I got my whole life listening to Read the Heart of Philadelphia. And her should be right. Read be on point. If I wanted to get mixed up in that stuff, I probably would be calling some shit just like Reed. Because Read the Heart of Philadelphia, she be on point. She really do. I must give her that credit. She spot on. Reed get them together over there. I just don't, I just happened to be going by there the other day, and that was a good one. And in fact, I think I said, hey, great commentary or some good commentary, and I kept it moving. I made a comment and I kept it moving. But if I got in that mess, I could see me and Reed, believe it or not, when she started calling out some of this junk that's going on these YouTube streets, I could see me and Reed talking the same way if I, wanted to come down here and do this garbage. So, but in here, you guys, I'm not gonna stay long. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I will be back Tuesday. I think I might, after I cook out, do a little upload on Felicia Johnson. Yeah, Felicia Johnson. That's some weird shit. She was going in on who says Queen Diva? Who was sassy going? Dory. I believe it was Dory. Diva, was it Dory? Last night was crazy. Hey, MJ, hey baby. I think she was, oh my gosh. Oh, because Dory says she always thought that Sassy was fake or phony. And Sassy let have. She just let have. I was like, oh my gosh. Sassy was just, yeah. I must say, she drugged Dory. She drugged Dory. She drugged Dory. She did do that. And I was like, wow. And then she just dropped the mic and got down from Duchess. You don't go over to what Diva, was that Lovely Loves? Oh, it was Dory. MJAK telling me it was Dory. When I say she drugged Dory, she drugged Dory. She drugged Dory. And then dropped the mic, didn't she, MJAK? I said, damn, Sassy. But I know she have it in her. She has it in her. Excuse me, you guys. I got this damn Flonase. My nose, my allergies messing with me. Sorry, I am so sorry. I should have put myself on mute. Give me a minute. And let me go on cam. They say Mz.Teavalocity was snorting over there. That's my Flonase. She was snorting Flonase, okay? It's Flonase. But yeah, Sassy let her ass have it. I was hollering because I mean, you know what? I be in Pizarro's bushes. I always tell Pizarro that I be in her bushes and I watch it because I like her. She let him run rampant. But Dory and that Mona story, you guys, it just overtook me. It really did. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of people. And I definitely don't watch the lady over there that's causing all kind of hell on these streets. Never liked her. Don't watch her. And if I don't like you, I'm not gonna watch you. That's just a fact. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna give you any of my views. I don't like you mean I really don't like you. And so I don't watch you. But they say she tearing these streets up over there. So I don't know. Then I woke up this morning and I don't know how the hell I got on this. I heard that there's a gentleman on these YouTube streets that's taking money from senior citizens. And I'm like, what the heck? So it's a lot going on. So when they said that it was dead, they definitely revived the YouTube streets. I was sick of the storyline with Mona and Dory. That storyline was just, I was so over that. So I had just gave Pizarro's a break because I'm like, every time I turn on, they up on that damn panel, other than that. But yeah, I was done with that story. Yeah, it's just it was stupid. I don't mind. It's like you guys when we watch TV, we watch television shows and we get tired of them for whatever reason. I was just over that Dory and Mona thing. I really was. It's just like I can't stomach it. I can't take it. The shit is so fake. It's just so fake. I can't. I don't like people playing with my intelligence. I know I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, but I don't like people playing with my intelligence. Look, you guys, I never had hair this long. I know. But anyway, and to me, they were just talking bullshit and lying and dragging us on this long road I couldn't even go. I had to take a break from pizzas for a little while. Other than that, I normally watch her at nighttime. I may be somewhere else traveling these YouTube streets somewhere else, but then I watch pizza at nighttime. But yeah, they say they got people over here scamming older people and taking their money. I don't know. Allegedly, that's what they say. I don't know to say yay or nay, but you should keep your money in your pocket. But a lot of people make money off YouTube. That's why they're here. They make money with views, cash apps, and super chats. So it is what it is. That's why they're here. But I mean, sometimes when it comes to some people, like older people, you have to be really careful with taking money from them or doing anything, or people who's mentally ill, stuff like that. You got to be careful taking money from them. In my opinion, it's like watching both of them going through mental health. Yes, MJ, right. At first it was cool, but on deeper level, let me tell you something. You're right. You're right. That's how I look at it. Like, is this fucking therapy? Mental health therapy or something? What's going on with this? What's really going on? Because just because someone talks intelligent, they use a large vocabulary, they articulate well, they have degrees or whatever, that does not mean that they don't suffer from some type of mental health. And when someone come out here and tell you they have mental health issues, believe them, especially when you start seeing their actions. I was watching maybe a couple of months I was going, it was this sister and her husband who were big YouTubers, and they had moved to Texas with their 7 kids. And we often question, why do people come on here? Oh, if you're mentally ill, you don't belong here. If you have this type of problem, if you're depressed, if you're dealing with something that you don't belong here. Well, some people come on here because this is all they have for one. And then some people actually care for other people and really do things in their best interest. And some of these people are just plain out exploited, and they exploit them damn self. You like my hair? I don't want to say this because I don't want Diva to get mad at me. But anyhow, thank you. I don't want Diva to get mad at me. It's nice. I picked it. I colored it. I'm just not used to braids like this, and I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I really don't love it. But I don't want to tell Diva that because she say you so stuck into your old ways that you don't want to try nothing new. No, I'm not crazy about it, but okay. Is it nice? Oh, she did the hell out of it. She braided, but I'm not used to all this saying stuff. But anywho, let me get back to this. So the lady was talking how she had a big YouTube channel. Her husband, her 7 kids had moved to Texas, but they had a beautiful marriage. Their YouTube now, allegedly, they had a beautiful marriage. Their YouTube was going well. She had moved down there, but she didn't have any family. So she started suffering a form of depression. And her husband was trying to work through it and all that. Well, long story short, she was saying she came on here and she did her vlogs, and talked to people because it was genuine people here who prayed for her, who offered her good advice, who made her feel good when she would be going through some of her moments. Well, she has some serious deep-rooted issues that she perhaps was masking that they didn't know. She ended up doing the unthinkable to her husband and herself. But she had came on here saying she was dealing with mental issues. Now, maybe by her moving with those 7 kids and not having an outlet, like I said, they had a big YouTube. Hey, Kimberly, blessings to you, baby. Thanks for joining me. Her and her husband, they had a booming YouTube channel. Nice looking couple. Looked like they were doing well, moved into this big house with their kids. But somewhere deep down inside, she was suffering mentally. And she would come on YouTube. Now, she didn't say whether she was in therapy. She was just saying how YouTube helped her. By her coming on here, having this virtual form of therapy, it helped her, but it really didn't, because she offed her and her husband. She left her 7 kids behind. And according to family who that was around them, or knew, her and her husband was doing okay, but she was suffering kind of silently, perhaps. So I don't know. MJ, one of them might be having mental issues, but the other one, cough, cough, is just a straight up con artist trying to get to. Well, does Dory have any more bag? I thought she was borrowing money from other people the last time I heard. So does she have any bag for Mona to try to take, Duchess? Like I said, the storyline got a little bit weird to me, and I left it alone. Like I said, I had to take a break from my Pizarro, and I really like Pizarro, because no matter what anyone says, Pizarro never changes. Whether you like her or not, she's been Pizarro since I've been here for 3 years, and she never changes. She tell you what her platform about. She tell you she messy. She like the mess. She go look for the mess. If you not gonna do the mess, she don't want to be bothered. In other words, she ain't shouting you out. She ain't saying you if you're not about the mess. So she's always been straightforward. And her open platform she started is working well for her. It worked well for her. And I see other people is doing it as well. So go ahead, Pizarro, with your bad self. It will look and feel better when the braid loosen up, but it's cute. Thank you. Black Mermaid. You messy Black Mermaid. I know. I said all this hair. This is a little bit too much for me. Duchess, I agree. But thinking of all the M issues Mona mentioned, she has, man, it goes hand in hand with it. Listen to her voice. Yeah, I've seen some. You know what? You guys could say what you want, but I have seen some real seriously mental ill people here. I really have. And I've seen them act out right here on YouTube. And the reason why they do that is because only on YouTube you can capture an audience, and people think that shit all right when you do it. And they don't see that you really seeking help. You really are being who you are. That screen, some of the stuff that goes on here. Oh. I said, no, they not right in their mind. No. Duchess, I agree, but I think I just read that. And then I peeped some stuff out too that I noticed before I really start, slowly drifting away from my sector over here. I noticed that people was emulating other people, right down to trying to talk like them, look like them. Here's the craziest shit I peeped out, you guys. This no lie. If I'm just gonna hypothetically say, if Duchess is a content creator and she posted 3 pictures of her, you got 10 other people now, content creators, women, that's posting pictures of themselves. If she said, I feel good and can't nobody tell me I'm a confident Black woman, you have 10 other content creators. I'm confident 100%. I know who I am. I love me. Look at, it's just got so much. It was just getting to be too much. I was like, damn, be yourself. Just be who you are. They at one point I noticed they were battling, I guess, to see how many likes they got on their picture. One person post a picture, another person post a picture. One person talk like this, the other start talking like this. I said, what the flip? I said, nah, yeah, I gotta go. This shit getting stupid. Yes, I said it's getting stupid. Excuse me, you guys. My allergies really bothering me, but I should mute. I said I personally don't believe Mona has any mental issues unless narcissism is considered a mental. Well, she says she does. I don't know. I haven't really followed Mona. And like I said, when I saw that Dory and Mona was really getting spotlight on Pizarro's platform, I didn't follow the storyline because I didn't care. It wasn't entertaining to me. So I just left. So I really can't say anything about them. But I must say that it was getting real old, you guys. It was getting old to me. I was like, oh no, nah. Now they lovers and all this is going on and they've been lovers and the husband don't know, the husband do know. They in a polyamor. It was just so much shit going on. Oh God, I couldn't keep up. Oh, see, Duchess says she witnessed a whole lot with him. Oh, and you don't think she has a mental illness? Okay, I don't know. I can't diagnose anyone. Like I said, I just YouTube beef sector. I just decided that I would go ahead and stay over in my lane. Look, MJ and Duchess going at it saying she is a mental. Well, like I said, sometimes when you're educated, you articulate well, and you manipulative, and know what to say and what to do to certain people, you can appear as if you mentally well put together, but you can have mental illness as well. A lot of it is a facade. I don't know. So I don't know about those people. Like I said, I just started seeing them on Pizarro's. And I was like, oh man, this storyline, I'm not buying it. Miss T, did Mama D ever say anything slick to you when you had your issue? No, not to my knowledge. No, I heard her and Sir King is into it now. Wow. I wouldn't have never thought that they would have had a problem, Mama D and Sir King. One thing, nothing lasts on YouTube. No friendship lasts. No, she never, if she did, Duchess, I didn't hear because when I said I stopped visiting Sir King, because I used to support Sir King and even got bold enough to go on his platform. And after I see these people games, I don't play it no more. I leave that shit alone. I just leave it alone. When he was trying to start beef with me, I'm not gonna allow people to lure me to do anything. I just say what I have to say and I leave it. You don't see me going back and forth. She never said anything to me, but I know she used to defend him a lot. And like I said, just so happened, I don't know, when I woke up, Carrie Ray, I think her name, Carrie Ray was on my TV, because I don't turn my television off and I need to, because when I wake up to pay the water bill, that shit disturbs me. And then I get up and look at a little bit of it and fall back to sleep. But I don't know her to say anything bad about me when he was doing his little thing with me. But it didn't last long. Now, perhaps if I would have been one to beef with Sir King and go back and forth with him, she probably would have defended him, and say something to me. But no, not that I know of. And like I said, I stopped watching him. Oh, what? Has it been a year? Maybe a year? I haven't watched Sir King in a long time. Yeah. Like, I'm true to who I am, you guys. And Diva will vouch for me. If I say I stop messing with you, I stop messing with you. I have no use for you. So I'm not gonna watch a channel. I'm not gonna do it. I'm done. I'm just done. And when Sir King did that to me, and I had never really done anything to me, and now that I see the way the game go, that these people will set your ass up, and they pretend he knew that I didn't talk like that, and I wouldn't have never been in his chat saying that to him. Not when I was supporting you, and then he spun the narrative like I was in his chat saying something bad about him, knowing that I wasn't. But that's how this game goes over here. A narrative can always be spun, and your core supporters, 9 times out of 10 would believe you. But anybody who know me know I don't fool around like that, going back and forth, going in people chats, going back and forth with, supporters or content creator. When I say I'm done, I'm just done. Shit, I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. And MJ, narcissism is not hard to diagnose, baby. That's one of the easiest things to diagnose is narcissism. They have some deep characteristics in narcissistic people, and you could see it and you could pinpoint it. There's a lot of people on here that are narcissists. For sure, we know Natureboy is one. Natureboy, he's going down. The feds, let me tell you something. He's done. He's done. Anytime Velvet opened her mouth and she was all on the news saying how he abused her and did her, and those people are saying that he take away all their identification, their bank cards, any access that they have, then they are saying that stuff. And the T, her name is the T, or her or him, I don't know who it is, but I follow the T a lot on this Natureboy's what's going on with him. And trust and believe, he's going to jail, and he's going for a long time. And her or him, whoever it is, themselves have some damaging evidence against Natureboy. Some damaging evidence. I've been over there watching the T hot and heavy too to see what's going on with him. And he's definitely a narcissist. There's a lot of content creators also who are narcissists, and it's not hard for you to tell them. MJ, AK, I did a thing on it. I did a video on it telling you how you know you are talking, or how to recognize a narcissist. I'll throw it back up to very narcissistic people. And a lot of them prey on people who are vulnerable, who has problems. It's easier for them to study and watch you and to make you their victim. He got all kind of charges. He got the R charge. He has imprisonment. Is it false imprisonment? Wait, hold on. Is that imprisonment? Yes, I think it's false imprisonment. No, not false imprisonment. What the hell is that? He has a lot of charges on him, and more are probably racking up the more and more that people go out and speak. Holding somebody against their will. What is that? Damn, what is it? Hold on. I don't know. It is on the. That might be false. Holding people against their will. He has a lot of charges on him, Duchess. A lot. And she's releasing videos from years ago. So she has been following him for a long time. And now other cult members, because it was definitely a cult, it wasn't just no polygamy relationship, is a cult, a stone cold cult. And they will lock his ass up. And I hope they do. Because when I watched a lot of those videos, it is sickening, very sickening. Yes, he's a narcissist. Yes, he is. But like I said, it's a lot of other ones. Let's see what charges he have on him. Eligio. His name Eligio, right? Yeah, he has a lot of charges up on him, but they're going to rack up more because these people are coming out. And so here's something too that people need to know. When you're on YouTube and you doing this for YouTube and you get so money hungry that you'll do anything to be famous on YouTube, all this shit is recorded and stored. Whether you destroy your whole laptop, it's kept somewhere that those people could get to. And when you on here, like that Daddy's Girl now, she doing it, come and get this commentary. She do that Angela cult, that BBW cult about the Daddy's Girl, the lesbian girl who has a cult. She's on video following behind him. She's doing nothing but emulating him. He got kidnapping. Yeah, but they call it something else, kidnapping. They're not calling it exactly kidnapping, but it's like holding a person against their will. It's like kidnapping, but they use other terms for it. When they did the charges, it wasn't kidnapping. I think it was something else, baby, but it means kidnap. Okay, kidnapping. But anywho, she's emulating him, and so they want to be YouTube famous. They want to be Facebook famous. They want to be Bigo famous. They want to be IG famous. And what they doing, they are actually abusing and misusing these people to the public, showing the public. So they have a lot of evidence, and she go walk her ass right in them same shoes, emulating him, and the same thing gonna happen to her. She's gonna end up in jail. Just let her keep going deeper. Now come and get this commentary. She does a lot on Angela, the BBW call, but that's crazy. But what it is again, you guys, people come on YouTube seeking acceptance, validation. They just want to belong. And so they at a vulnerable point sometimes, especially if they dealing with anything mentally. And it's easy to get those people and do what you want to do with them, take advantage of, because they're looking at you, the things you doing to them, as a form of love. And once you start you get somebody somewhere, and you start brainwashing them, they really have to have professional help to unbrainwash them, and this is what this guy is doing. And these people are believing he's some type of god or whatever. And these women are being abused. He's caused these women to fight each other. He sexually abused them. Allegedly, all this is allegedly. He's given them STDs. He allowed a woman, by telling her not to continue with her heart medicine and to some type of vitamin B diet they was on, some old crazy shit. She died in his presence, in their presence. So he has a lot stacked up against him. And when he go to jail, I hope he go for a long time. And if the feds got evidence, the feds gonna make it stick. So he'll be going bye-bye. And hopefully if Angela start, Daddy's girl or whoever, she start doing that shit, hopefully she'll go bye-bye as well. Because yes, you have people out there, and it's easy for us to say, well, how could they let somebody do that to them? They so stupid, grown people, because people have mental issues. People have different type of issues. People just want to belong. And these people persuade them that they love them. And most cults, listen, catch this, y'all. Whenever somebody always say we, as in a group, is cult-like language. Believe it or not, we believe. We are rocking. We are the best. We. Because what they doing is making you believe that you are a part of whatever they are or whoever they are. They making you believe that. So they go, we believe this. We are running the streets. We are doing this. Is always we. So there you go. I was right. False imprisonment. Then thank you, Duchess. Yeah, thank you. It was false imprisonment. But they always say we, because they building your trust to make you believe what they believe. And so it's easy to get into a cult or to become a victim of a cult if you're vulnerable, if something's going on. Some of these people don't have families. They don't have good relationships with their family. So they're not getting love from their family members or, their friends or whomever that surrounds them. And so they go looking in other places. And that's how they get caught up in these cults. Ain't no way in the world you, in your right frame of mind, will go with this nutcase after you see what he's doing to other women. Some of these women see what this Natureboy dude is doing to other women, and they still want to become a part of that, believing he's a god, because in their mind, they are so far removed from the government, the white man. They believe that this black man is teaching them the right way, and he's a black god. If he's a black god, he wouldn't be in prison now. He wouldn't be in prison if he was a black god. And what are they going to do? They still following him. Some of them are still following him, but the feds got him. He gone for a while. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that I think I talked about that Daddy Girls too. She's another sick one over there, beating a girl on live. And the girl, you hear her, I don't know if it was fake or real, but she had a nerve to be beating her on live. And she, Daddy, no. Oh, Daddy, no. I said, what the hell? I just have to get, I just can't believe this shit. Maybe because I've always been a stronger woman and I've always been a leader, not a follower. I just can't believe that grown, full-fledged people follow people like that. But then again, like I said, some of them just want to be a part of something. And once you get them over there, you start brainwashing them. But yeah, he gonna go to jail for a while. That we stuff makes me very leery. Yeah, the we usage has been running rampant in the sector too. Pay attention, y'all. See, I know, but I'm telling you. And then what I'll do, MJ, I'll go ahead and throw up something this week. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll throw up something this week and show you cult members, like how you know that they are a cult. Now, it's people, yeah, you're right. That's just all that we believe that we're this. We believe in this. We. No, ain't no damn we. That's what you believe. I'm just here as a subscriber. In some cases, no, that's what you believe. You want me to believe. But they do use the term we a lot to make you feel inclusive. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Duchess, they may be using it a lot. Yeah, people need to pay attention. And then, you start thinking when these people get followers, big followers. I noticed some YouTubers that I watch, and it's not just over in the sector. I'm not talking about the sector, just elsewhere. Once they get so big, and they have a strong following, they do become like cult leaders. They do. And I said I need to watch when I say certain things too, because it I'm trying to make sure I say it politically right. Believe me, it's cult-like behavior. It's cult-like behavior. Do this, go over there and do that. Drop your this over here. Put this behind your name. Stand up to the left. Let's all go over here. It almost appears as if someone is leading you. And I know you can, like certain content creators, because I know when I used to come on here, regularly, I had my core supporters, and it didn't matter what. They were my core supporters, they would back me. And so when you get bigger platforms and you get really big and you have, a lot of people behind you, you tend to get fucking reckless and forget where you come from. And that's what I don't like about these people. They act like they so big and so much better. They forgot that they too once was at your level. I have a hard time with that. And that's not just over here. I'm talking about anywhere. I watch it over in other sectors that I go to. Of course, they have beef with each other. I was in the sector the other day, last week, and, I'm just enjoying myself. And then, damn, something popped up. I said, over here too. So it's really everywhere. So they have beef. Hassan Campbell had beef with Whack 100. And, I don't know. Everywhere you go, there's core supporters that will stand up for you and fight and quote, I'm doing air quotes, fight for you, on your behalf. And to me, that's cult-like. Some of that behavior is cult-like, So you got to be careful. Oh, I'm going to drop something to show you. You talking about you don't know a narcissist? You know a narcissist, baby. And we all are somewhat narcissistic, but to a point. We love ourselves. We're proud of ourselves. We brag about ourselves when we do, have some accomplishments. But there's a level to that. And there's an extent that you go, and when you go beyond that extent, then it's more of a narcissist. It's definitely very cliquish. And no matter what a CC say, independent thought is not welcome. No, it's not. Duchess, you are definitely right about that. They can say that, but even I told you when I go visit other sectors, if they have panel people come up on their panel and they don't agree with the host, they will boot them off. So that's not independent thinking. That's not free thinking. You want people to think like you. You don't allow people to voice their opinion if they don't agree with you, and you get rid of them. That's bullshit. That's cultish like. That's what I'm talking about. Those type of things are cultish like in certain terms. And believe me, it's just not people of a lower financial level, are cult members. It's people with money that's cult members as well. Because no matter how much money you have, if you're truly not happy with yourself and you experience a vulnerable point, and we all sometimes experience a vulnerable point in our lives, and you go to somebody seeking something from them, then you could become a victim. Because remember, cult leaders study you, they watch you, and they watch you and they see just how weak you are, and you like prayer to them. Not pray like we praying, but pray like food, like animal hunting. And they wait for you and they study you. And when they see that you weak and vulnerable and you looking for love or something, you're trying to be accepted and wanted by someone, then that's when they'll make their move on you. They'll love bomb you. And then once they love bomb you and they got your trust, oh yeah, she's really my friend. He really likes me. Oh, he's there for me. Oh, he listens to me. He's always there when I need him. He gives me what I want. They purposely do those things so they can trap you into believing that they're the one. And then they start brainwashing you in most cases. Or the chat will harass the person unmercifully. Yeah, I'm staying with you too, Duchess. You right. It's very cliquish. It's very cliquish. And so you have to, and that's something I'm not. And I think that's why I don't work well, because I am a very leery person and I watch people behavior. I, watch their actions, what they say to me, how they treat other people. And so I don't allow myself to become vulnerable enough. And I may lose out like that, on YouTube. I may lose out by becoming bigger, you know, um, because I'm not part of the get along game, to go along, get along. I have my own views, my own perspective of things, and I deal with myself in a different way. So I probably would never really climb to the top over here, because it is what it is. On YouTube, you have to network. And whatever their form of networking is, you have to be a part of it for you to grow, and that's why I said I was going to loosen up a little bit, in the other areas that I'm visiting, the people I'm talking to, and start trying to network a little bit with them so I could bring different people into my fold. Even though, hey, I'm beef sector, this is where I started out at. When it's in terms of that, I'm beef sector because I started over here, but I'm in a different direction. I'm a little different than what's going on. That's how Kimmy be hooking them fools. She love bombs. Oh yeah. Hey, beautiful. Hello, I love you. I'm gonna love you just as much and hard as I can love you. And you are so beautiful. And if you ever need anything from me, I'll help you. If I'm in the area, I'll come by and help you buy that tire. Don't worry about it, girl. I help you. Pay me back when you get it. I'm here for you. I love you. Mm-hmm. You're such a beautiful person. Don't worry about what other people say about you. You're all, and they do. They love bomb you and they hook you, and then they'll show you who they really are. She love bombs them with that hey beautiful bullshit and fiending concerns about them and their nobody on here. And you don't want to say that because it's good people on here. So I'm not gonna say nobody on here really cares about you. But a lot of this shit is for YouTube. They don't know you. And when they get mad at you, they turn on you. This is some of the things they say. And I quote, I don't fucking know you. I don't give a shit about you. Who the fuck are you? You know different than just some things people say make me stay, in my lane. Because if you say that harsh stuff to somebody else, it wouldn't take you very much for you to say that to me if I didn't do or say something you liked, or didn't agree with you. And they mean that when they say that. They really mean that. That's just not part of a persona that they have, and that's everywhere, y'all. That's just not over here. So I'm not just talking about the beef sector. I'm just talking about everywhere. There's beef in every sector, every area you go. It is what it is. But I've been here longer, and so I've seen more, and I've seen much more vicious attacks come from over here, So that's why I say that. But I don't know about her. Let me take her. Hey, Marva. Yep. That's why I really do stay in my lane, and I'm not interested in being friends with somebody. And when someone do something to me, and I don't give a shit what they think about me, and I'm telling you, I don't care. If you do something to me and God's not through with me yet, you don't have to worry about me. I ain't no goddamn fool. I'm not giving you 10 and 20. I don't care about playing no damn game. I'm not playing games like that. So if you do something to me, you don't have to worry about me. No, I won't be on your platform. No, I won't be in your chat. I won't be going back and forth because I'm not playing a game. But I've always said I'm not that material. You know, to play the game that everybody do. So I just wanted you to see my face when I said that. I'm not part of the game, and I'm never gonna play a game letting you call me a bunch of bitches and talk about my kids and my family and do shit to them. I'm never gonna play that game with nobody, no one. I don't give a shit who it is. I don't care how much money it brings me. You will never get the opportunity to call me a bunch of bitches, talk about my kids with disabilities, or my elderly parent, or my deceased parents, the kids or whatever. You'll never get that opportunity. We're not even on the same fucking level when it comes to stuff like that, because I don't play that. And I will never, for no amount of money, allow anyone to do that to me, because I'm just that fucking good. You may not think so, but I'm just that good. So I don't play that game. So I will never make it over in the beef sector. And I don't care. And I don't care. Hi, ladies. Diamond Diva. Hello, the lady controlling this beautiful. But hello, Marvo. I had some stuff. That's why discernment is invaluable. Y'all trust your gut feelings about a person. I do. But even when I see people act that way, even in real life, you guys, this is not just YouTube. I'm not just talking about YouTube and the B sector. Please, we're not getting stuck there. Even in my real life, Diva will tell you, when I have a discernment about somebody or somebody's done something to me and they cause me any type of hurt, no, I don't mess with you no more, because I will never give you an opportunity to hurt me again. And that's why I can't play this game. See, because I know the game, on YouTube is, you could talk about me today, you could dox me, you could talk about my dead mother, my birth, my eggs, my all that shit, and then we cool. I don't get down like that in real life, so I can't get down like that just for money on YouTube. And I know it's about the money and the game. It's a game you play here, but I don't play games. That's just who I am. Other people could do it, but I don't play games. And I do everything that I can to protect mine. Now, I always tell people, I don't give a shit what you do to me. In my background, you ain't gonna find shit, because I ain't never done that. I always been what you call corny or law-abiding by citizen. So, and I've always had my own and did my thing. So I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about my family, but I know that there's family members of mine that will not take this well, and I will put them in jeopardy. And I'm not putting my kids or anyone else in my family who I know don't play games in jeopardy. It's just not worth it. The money is not worth it to me, you guys. And I don't make anything, but I don't care. Stalkers, especially because I don't know him in real life. Yeah, and then when you start, and it's beautiful when they do the dragon. Like I said, I got my whole life the other day off of Reed, and everybody know me and Reed have had our back and forth, and we left each other alone, but we cordial, if that's what you want to call it. But I don't go and, I don't be on her platform. She don't be on my platform. I don't have anything against her. The past is the past. But she, like I said, Reed be breaking stuff down just like I be seeing it as well. So on those terms, she good. She good. Sassy did her thing the other day. But for me to play those games, I just can't. I just can't. They good for it. They know the game over here. They know how to get money. Mm-hmm. I can. If you truly my friend, you know, then you're my friend. If we have a YouTube relationship, we have a YouTube relationship. Even if it dissolves, you know, go left, go. I'm not gonna come down here and say anything about you. Not because I'm scared, because that's just not the person I am. See, a lot of this bullshit is because a lot of people probably have done some stuff together, and you know, shit. If you tell on me, if I tell on you, I gotta tell on myself. So yeah, I don't need those type of friends. I'm good. If I never grow and I never make money over here, you know, then it's not meant for me too, because I will not sell my soul. Speaking of selling your soul, that's what I believe. People get real demonic for money. Listen to this, you guys. Let me know if you can listen to it, if you can hear it, because this shit is real too. This is real. Y'all know this is my conspiracy bag, so hold on. But let me see if my speaker. I want y'all to listen to this. Yep. Okay. I think is. Oh shit. Let me check this one out. It's kind of like no, not the Beyonce one. This one.
To
listen
to her voice. Please
okay, hold
listen
on.
to this.
Listen.
It's kind of why I didn't want her to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill songs, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons that you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like, I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore. I left that lifestyle a long time ago, bro. Like, I don't want to be that anymore. Like, and she's coming back. She's coming back, bro. Like, I feel like getting a cane. If you know about the canes, then you know. I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be a mother. This song is activating demons that I love.
That's some crazy shit, but that's true. That's true. That's Cardi B. Y'all recognize that that was Cardi B. This is the second time I've heard it, where she's crying out that the shit basically that she doing, the lifestyle that she doing, is catering to demons. There's demons inside of her. What she's doing and the music she's singing is possessing demons. And so I said that in correlation with this. Whenever you want to make money so bad that you would do anything for money, you are allowing demons to enter your spirit and you would do anything for money. And I have safeguarded myself and my spirit and my belief to believe that I will never, and you can't say what you want, but I'm going to say it. I am not selling my soul for some money. This girl is trapped now, and now that she have children, she want to turn back. You can't turn back in many cases. When it comes to you getting used to that money, and you living that lifestyle and you signing a deal, and I'm not saying that we sit here and sign a deal when I talk about me being a YouTuber or other YouTubers, but when that money gets so good to you, it's hard for you to turn back and be the normal person you used to be when you wasn't used to that lifestyle. It's the same over in YouTube. If I allow myself to start coming down, degrading people, cussing and hooping and hollering, and the money start getting good, the only thing it's going to do is unleash demons. Now, that's my belief. That's not a conspiracy. That's my belief. When you get so used to that money, those super chats, cash apps, and you doing shit like that, this type of things that some people do in these sectors for money, they unleashing demons. And you know why they can't stay on the track? Whenever a content creator, hey Marvel baby, whenever you know a content creator start making a lot of money by doing this shit they doing, you know, it's hard for them to do something different, even when they wanted to escape. I ain't the only one see it. You guys will see it too. Stay abreast of what's going on. Whenever they try to do something positive, they can't. They don't get the support because you done created this lifestyle, I'm going to say, and this is what this lifestyle about. And now you have to live up to it. Because when you don't want to live like that and unleash demons and say and do those things, you have to, because you're not going to make the money, and you have gotten used to that type of lifestyle. Now we talking about the music industry. The girl is crying. She don't want to live like that no more. She don't want them demons. She don't want to release those demons into the atmosphere. But it's no turning back for Cardi B now. That was just about Cardi B. But that happens in real life, y'all. Just like a bank robber. They probably could rob a bank and get away with it once, but when they see the amount of money they robbed it for and what they could do with that money, they start getting greedy. It's the same with everything else when it comes to money. Money is a motivating factor, and we live by money. I understand it. But what I don't understand is how low will you go for money? That's the question. I understand we all need money. I need money more than anybody in this world. If y'all only knew, I need money. But I have made a vow never to sell my soul for money, and I haven't. That's just me. Let me look at all this conversation going on. Hello. Once again, I'm late getting pieces from here and there. Some people can be bought and others can't. It's just the way how the world works today. For example, Wall Street, a lot of stocks, absolutely. Hey, Marvo, she could turn back, but she have to give up the fame and money. Absolutely. But when you basically, you're right. You always could. Yeah, I guess here I am backpedaling somewhat, right? But no, you always can turn back. But are you willing to give up the lifestyle? Are you willing to just be a regular schmegler like some other people? That's a lot to give up when you have lived like that for so long, especially when you come from somewhat poverty and not so much. Oh, excuse me. I don't think she came from poverty, but when you come from nothing and you build something, you really will hate to lose that. When you, in your mind, figure you have worked so hard for what you have, and to now get to this point and you want to turn your life around, but you have those two kids. And see, when you know, if we want to go conspiracy and she in that music industry, when you know that industry is full of demons and what you had to do to make it in that industry, because I don't care what no one say, it's certain things you have to do to make it in the industry, and Hollywood and the music industry. It is certain things you have to do to get to certain levels. I believe that in my heart of hearts, and I'm not going to stop believing that. Can't no one convince me other than that is certain things they do. They know that what they're doing is demonic, but they're forced to do that because they sign those contracts. So, stockbroker, absolutely no idea what they're doing. You throw a couple of dollars at them, and all of a sudden, you know everything you know of a person. Marvo? Okay, discussion. He brought something to my attention, what I was doing for years, and I did not realize it not until he said to me, I can't be bought. You always buying me things and giving me money. Oh, okay. Now listen, see this young lady right here? You guys, not next week, but the following week, not Mother's Day week, I'm going to have this lady come on here and tell her story. And when I say she has a story to tell, I told her, please don't tell me all of it, because I want to be able to ask questions somewhat and engage. But this lady, Marvo, I spoke to her behind the scenes, and she has one hell of a story to tell, and she's going to be my guest. And when I say it's a story, you guys, is like the little bit that she told me, my mouth was left open. But yeah. But you know what? Sometimes that's how it is in families, and that's all you know is each other times, but not how it is in families. Oh, I think I got to catch up, Marvel. I'm behind, so I'm not gonna. I was just saying to Nicki Minaj speak a year or two ago, as she said that she was not going to sell her soul Friday kind of publicly or to get. You know what? I go to this guy's channel, and he has a lot of clips. He uploaded a lot of clips of artists talking, literally saying this, you guys. So this ain't just some shit in my head that they have sold their soul to the devil. And then they will break it down. And like I said, I never forget that Osiris or Osiris, whoever he is, and that Suki Hana, when they made those videos and they were scared, and you could really look at it. It wasn't no after none. They were scared shitless because they had signed a music deal and they knew the price they had to pay. Now, they couldn't back out, even though they made it public that they didn't want to do it. They were scared, and both of them was young. And if you look at Suki Hana, look how the industry have used her. Look how she has exploited herself, doing things that perhaps she wouldn't have done if it wasn't for the love of money and the contract she had signed. But he was really scared. Oh, okay. I think, Marvel, I might be off topic with you, so hold on. Okay, I will be waiting on my interview. Oh, yeah, this lady has a hell of a story, like I said. So, but I do know, and so remember, I was saying this because we were really trying to correlate this with what goes on with a YouTuber when they become so big. And I haven't been at that point, but me knowing myself, I don't sell my soul. And I do have one hell of a discernment about some things. And so I tend to stay away from. I have missed a lot of money, you guys. Missed out on a lot of money because basically I wouldn't break my moral values or my code or my ethics. So I just wouldn't do it. And so I have, and Diva knows this. I don't go into my business, of course not on here, but she knows I have missed a lot of money because I stand on the side of having my moral code and not compromising my beliefs for money. Else I could have had money, trust and belief. I've done quite well. I've done good, I've done bad, I've done good. So it's no big thing to me, but I have never, ever sold my soul for money. And that's what happened. These people get empowered and emboldened by money. And you are basically selling your soul because now you have to do things that you may not want to do for money. And that's in the industry, that's on YouTube, that's anywhere. That's how it goes. Even on your jobs, sometimes you have to be very careful about taking positions because there's always other people's agenda behind what they want you to do. They have their own agenda. So I just won't make no money hooping and hollering and all that. Okay. Why? Okay, so not for nothing, but I believe that's why I be So now, Marvel, now, and I believe that. And people say, "Oh, you just a conspiracy. Oh, you crazy. You into that shit?" No, you guys, it's not just a conspiracy that I'm into. It's reality. It's really reality. Those people sell their souls. And in order to get to a higher level, it's certain humiliation rituals they got to do. We see it. Now, y'all, we see it. I don't know about that Chris Rock thing. I never even spoke about it. But I will now. To me, Will Smith, that should have cost him a lot. You should be able to control your emotions, especially in an environment like that. The Oscars, and you get up there and do that. Now, was that part of a humiliation ritual? I don't know. I ain't going that far on that one. But do I believe it was for real? at one point I questioned it. I was like, they both actors, so they know how to slap you and make it look like it hurt or something like that. I don't know if it's for real, but I didn't feel sorry for Will Smith at all. I think they should have rescinded his Oscar. I think they should have blackballed him from a lot of things, because you should be able to keep your emotions in check, that you don't put your damn hands on anyone. I don't care. Especially you did it in there. Now, would it have been more acceptable if he would have did it in the BET Awards? I don't know. But it wouldn't have been acceptable to me at all. But especially that. So I didn't feel sorry for him. I wish they would have stripped him of the Oscars and a lot of other things. And if she wouldn't come out here and he wouldn't come out here and tell their damn business, wouldn't nobody know. So why are you mad? Because your wife is the butt of the joke now? It's been that way for years because you guys put your business out here. So how the hell can you get mad? The conspiracy is the people living the Truman Show. Oh, I don't know about that. I never saw the Truman Show. Let's see. That's right, because you know what? And they cannot pull out those contracts. They coming out. The dumb or that family got to give up something. I guess I kind of beating the game. Yeah, I do believe that they do have certain things they want you to do. And I like conspiracy, to be honest with you. I like it a lot. I wanted Pizarro to talk conspiracy with me. But you have to be careful because YouTube, monitors everything. But hold on, you guys. Pour me some water. But yeah, I believe all of them have sold their soul to the devil behind some money. I believe sometimes it's some form of sacrifices and humiliation rituals, because we've heard celebrities say it. We heard, what's that guy name? Not Chris Rock, the other Chris. No, the other one. I don't watch TV and I don't know a lot of celebrities. I don't know all that stuff. But we've heard him say it, that they wanted him to dress like a woman and do certain things for him to get on, and he said no. And they blackballed him and he went somewhere else. Then he came back and he said something, I think, against the LGBT, I think, and they blackballed him again. They pulled his show. What's that guy's name? I don't be watching all that shit. I don't watch a lot of television, never have. So I don't know all these comedians and stuff, and I definitely don't do comedians. But yeah, you have to do a certain thing to rise to the top. I believe that. I don't know if anybody else believe it, but I believe it. And I believe that there are gatekeepers. Just what Dave Chappelle. That's right. Thank you, baby. Have compassion. Do him, Miss T. He has been emotionally abused. Who? Who's been emotionally abused? Oh, you said have compassion on Will Smith? That's who you talking about? You have seen it, Miss T. It gives good perspective on the stimulation we live in. Simulation we live in. Sometimes I say some crazy stuff and my family think I'm crazy, so I can't always say it. I can't say it because they be going like, Mom, man, you in that conspiracy shit. Mom, you just be saying some off-rocket things because they don't see it. Because they not woke yet. So they call me crazy. But I'm not crazy. I watch what's really going on. And I know that people have the power to just make us see some shit that we don't see. And I believe that you do have to do certain things. I do believe that those celebrities and everything, because you done had them say it themselves. Now you hear this girl begging that she don't want to do it no more. But you signed that contract. So you're going to have to give up everything in order for you not to live according to how they want you to live. And why is it, you guys, just think about it. Why is it every woman or every man has to be naked damn near? Why every woman has to be exploited? Her body has to be exploited in order for, her to make it in the music industry. Why do every woman have to kiss or lick or touch another woman or talk about sexuality and riding the D and being a bad B? Why? Because that's what they want us to see about every Black woman. And every Black woman, and I'm talking about a Black woman, don't do those things. But they want you to see that image like this. This is how they carry themselves. And people they succumb to it by saying, oh, I love it. She looks good. Oh my gosh, she was wearing that. But it would, even if she wore something that covered up and may show a little cleavage, a nice classy gown, she still would have been a good looking woman. You have to make her put all her ass and tits and everything out to make her a good looking woman. That's how you dumb us down. That's how you exploit us. So I have a problem with that. And I'm not on top of the music and the videos. It's like Matrix, but I'm silent for I'm silent. Few of my beg to differ with me. I said Will Smith was right on point when that slap was the reason I saw that, because no one knows what Jada goes through in that house by heal herself dealing with. We don't, Marva. We don't know what she's going through. And you don't have to be silent. You are free to speak over here. I may not agree with you. You may not agree with me. I understand you go through abuse or what's going on. I don't know their dynamics, their family dynamics. I just know what they put out here for the public to consume. And me being a public person, me consuming what I see, my perspective is that you both have been out here telling your business. She has emasculated you somewhat, talking about how you're not good in bed and how going with another man, admitting that you had a physical, mental, and spiritual relationship with another man in public, right there is enough for you to slap her. They should be slapping each other. So I don't agree with him slapping Chris Rock, because there's a million of people have seen and heard the shit that y'all have said at your mouth as a married couple. So I don't. No, I don't. But it's okay for us not to agree with. That's the good thing about you and I. We are different, Marvel, and we have different perspectives, and you always welcome to speak them here. No disrespect. You don't have to agree with the host. This is just dialogue we having. He embarrassed his wife in front of the whole entire universe. I don't know. Jada is a narcissist. Oh, she probably is. Yes, it was probably the wrong place to do it. But I stay firm when I say some things are just not funny. They should have spoke about it first. Well, you have people saying that Chris Rock probably knew she had alopecia. I didn't. Does everybody know she have alopecia? So I didn't. Is it a possibility he didn't know? And that's just what he do. He's a comedian. Saw her bald head and made a joke. Is anything off limits to comedians? Not really. Should it be? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's boundaries to everything, but it's not. So no, I think that Will Smith should not have put his hands on somebody. He could have yelled out to a man, okay, enough of that bullshit, maybe, but to go up on stage and slap him, no, he wasn't right at all. Will was wrong for slapping Chris 100%. I can't look at it no other way than being wrong. You don't put your hands on anyone, no matter how upset you get. But you were laughing. You were laughing first until you noticed that your wife wasn't laughing and she looked at you. Then you felt the need to go up there and slap another man. And to me, you a bitch. Why would you slap a man? That's what women do. You should have went up there, and if you really wanted to make a statement, you should have punched the shit out of him. Why slap? You should, really, if you wanted to make a real statement, even though you've made one, you should have went up there and knocked the shit out of him. Slid him across the room if he was that angry. You wasn't that angry. You were reacting because your wife, and that's why you did the slap. Because a real man would have punched the shit out of him. That's just the truth. I said, slap? Oh, well. Okay. Let's see. Talking about conspiracy and several other things can get you in a lot of trouble, even if you're not in Hollywood, even if you're not famous. Play Timothy verse mindful and careful what you say. Yeah, I do. I watch what I say on here because talking conspiracy can, especially on YouTube. YouTube monitors everything, so I'm kind of careful. That alopecia stuff was some bull. Comedians tell jokes. I know, and push buttons. Period. Yeah, that's why I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm just like, man, they were just crazy. I mean, I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't even, because I knew I had an unpopular opinion. He stood up for his wife. No, he didn't. He made more of a fool of him and his wife. To me, I wouldn't have did it. But anywho, you guys, I can't believe on here. I'll drop the link. Co-host, I want you to come back. You know who you are, my co-host. But I do want to. I will run a intro for Marvel and my interview. Oof. God is definitely doing great things for her after what she come from. I mean, where she came from, what she went through. And I really wanted to give her the opportunity to tell her story. My daughter has alopecia. My daughter has alopecia. My niece has alopecia. So somewhere on the dad's side, it must have ran because her and her first cousin has alopecia. Oh, Marvel, just please be careful what you say. 3, very mindful. You might not be popular and famous for that. Don't mean that they don't have people strolling something simple as you. Oh, yeah, Marvel, we know. Yeah, we know for sure. We know. We know they stroll YouTube, and YouTube alone have people watching you where they will flag your channel if you talk conspiracy. That's why I don't talk too much about it. I may tap on it, but thanks, baby. But oh no, we know. We know. Let me tell you something. They own up everything. They own up everything. I had alopecia, and the last thing I thought to do was shave my head, laugh a lot. Where was Jada's bald spot? Alopecia mean bald, not short. Exactly. I don't know. You know, I'm telling you, Duchess, yeah. And you normally, even if you shave your hair off, my daughter has a certain breakage. I noticed when she was little, when your hair normally breaks out from alopecia from experience, it's fine. It's smooth bald. It's not like a shaving or something. No, it's a smooth surface stripped of all the hair where you can't see. But here's the craziest thing. In a couple of weeks, as time go by, you'll see the hair coming back, baby hair. But Duchess, when your hair used to fall out in spots, was it like fine? Like the skin was just fine. You couldn't even see no trace of hair for a minute. That's how my daughters fall out. But then you'll see it growing back. You'll see the hair growing back. So I don't know what type of alopecia. I can't say allegedly, I don't know. This Congo ride into talking about you. Oh, yeah, I won't look. There go Marvel, we backed off of that now. We walked away from it. I told you only could talk about it for a little while. You got to leave that stuff alone because they do monitor and they won't monetize it. Even though I don't even make no money, you guys. I don't. So I don't know when I tell you what, too. Yep, baby behind ball. That's what happened to my daughter. Now, I don't see that with her, but I can't say. I can't say. She says she had it, so I'm a believer. But that's how my daughter was baby butt ball, just ball. And then you'll see it coming back. But when it falls out, her skin was smooth, baby fine. Yeah, so I don't know. Yep, see? Okay. My daughter was baby smooth. Now, that's our experience. Because like I tell you, my daughter and my niece has it, And then my niece's eyebrows just smooth, all her eyeliner. So it is something. But I mean, with all the weaves and the wigs, and my daughter pretty anyway, and she has, when she do wear her hair, it's nice, but she normally wear her hair, under like braids and different things, but she's, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's different types of alopecia. Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you, Desiree. She might thank you for dropping down, letting us know. I'm just saying, what this is going right into talking about. It's not. I don't know what Marvel talking about. I think she off. We're not talking about no Illuminati. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about alopecia. And that hair grew back fine and straight. Yep, that's the type of alopecia my daughter had. But Desiree Wilson is saying it's different types. So maybe she has a different type. Still, it doesn't negate the fact that Will Smith shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether he was talking about her, and perhaps he could have offered apology if he offended her. But for you to slap him, yeah, nah, I didn't buy that. Yeah, my daughter have bald spots. She's not completely bald, but her and my niece has bald spots where the hair just fall out, So she has that type of alopecia, and I'm not sure what it is. But no, we're not talking about them no more. Morrow, we're not talking about them. No, we're not talking about that. Mm-mm. And it started out. Let me go back to that, Marvel, so I could clear that. It started out saying, for the love of money, what people will do for money. And I was saying how Cardi B says she wanted to back out of singing certain songs now because she says she released demons. That's strange for you to say that, but that's what it is. That's what I was talking about. But I do think they do have certain things you have to do in rituals and stuff. I believe in conspiracy, You guys, I've been on here almost 2 hours. I can't believe it. And we were supposed to be talking about Ella Goodie and them, but I did. Marvel, I don't know. I did a little bit of Ariana Taylor. I'm going to wrap it up. Well, God rest her soul. They buried her yesterday. Ella Goodie is still missing from Houston, Texas. Alexis Morales, unfortunately, was found deceased. So that's another story that I did so. And Felicia Johnson is new. She's a new missing lady from Houston. So I don't know. Yeah, we went to the dermatologist. We knew what it was. Yeah, I was very much abreast of my daughter hair like that. That's how I knew she had alopecia. Yeah. No, she never went completely bald. She just had spots. And we was wondering, well, why is her hair? Because I had a girlfriend who used to braid my daughter's hair all the time, and she would keep her hair up for me as far as cornrows back in the day. I didn't know how to do it. And at one point, my daughter's hair was coming out so bad that I got her a Jerry curl. And I lie to you not, that Jerry curl juice made her hair grow a lot. That Jerry curl juice was the thing. I think because it kept her hair moist. Oh, Alexis Ware and Ware lady. Oh, Alexis Ware story. That shit got weirder and weirder, and it has so many twists and turns. I just left that alone. I don't know if that lady is still amongst us. I don't know if that's a family thing that they had going on, baby. I don't know what went wrong with there's no update for Alexis Ware. You know why? Because I think it is deeper than what we think. Like I said, this guy on Ratchet TV, he got all kinds of stuff. He done talked to the family, or they done been on his platform and everything. No, and the reason why I don't think is an update, just from what I've been abreast of as far as going on with her, is because I don't think she's missing. I don't think she ever was missing. I think this is something her and her family may have concocted to get her away from the children's fathers. I don't know. Allegedly, she's still around. She's in Atlanta. People say they have spotted her in Atlanta. I don't know. But that's why I just left Alexis Ware alone. And Jay, it was just too deep for me. And like I said, I don't have the manpower to follow the shit. I don't have the manpower. He has people, helping him. I don't believe Ratchet TV probably worked. I don't know him like that, but I think this is his job, what he does for a living, YouTube. So he goes all into the social media. He travels all over looking for bits and pieces, and they send him a lot. Right when I think you just protected my feelings, you know, in the moment kind of thing. Okay. Thank you, lady of the show. You welcome, Marvel. Marvel, don't worry. We go hook up, sweetheart. We go get our show go. I don't think if I'm not dealing with this disease, it would have went different. You got, I respect that. I respect that. Oh yeah, I tell you, I'm answering AJ now. You know, it's kind of tough to stay on top of it. Yeah, hey Shay, that's all right, baby. I think with the Alexis Ware case, you guys have got so many twists and turns, and it got so deep, and he's really into it that I believe he probably closed his research on it, but it got deep, and it looks like she is perhaps alive and her family knows she's well. That's why we haven't had any updates. That's why we haven't had any continual searches for her from the family or law enforcement. I think it's something more going on there. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but I do believe that she may be okay. She may be a part of what's going on. And that's why they haven't given us any updates, because you haven't even heard from Alexis Ware. And it's been months now. So was she ever missing? To some people, allegedly, no, she was never missing. It was all a scheme and a scam. So hopefully she's doing well in Atlanta, because her mother did say she gave her money to put down on a house or an apartment in or whatever in Atlanta. Her mother did say that out her own mouth. And it was crazy that people was led to believe that her mother was the one on the news looking for her, and it wasn't the mother, it was the aunt. So her mother never got on the news looking for her, perhaps because they know what's going on. You are absolutely right. You do not put your hands on someone. And now I'm thinking about what you said. He could have yelled that out. Yeah, like when he said, "Leave your wife name out leave my wife name out your motherfucking mouth." That could have alerted Chris Rock to say, "Oh shit, he's serious. I'm gonna leave that one alone. You don't have to go up there and hit him." Hope everyone's having a good evening. Thanks, Shay, so much for joining me. I just went over a little bit of the Alexis Morales. I think you know, Shay, they found her unalive, you know, and her car, and baby Messiah was in the car, and he had on a fresh diaper, according to, I believe, the news. Baby Messiah had on a fresh diaper. Her body was in the passenger seat. So did somebody just put them there, drove that car there, and left them? And they loved the baby. They didn't want to bring any harm to the baby. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shay. They didn't want to bring any harm to the baby, so they just took the baby to the hospital for a wellness check, and he had on a fresh diaper. So they hadn't been in that car long, or baby Messiah hadn't been in there. That's some weird, but like I said, she had a little entanglement going on herself, and she had married this man to help get him a green card. And I don't know, she got pregnant, so I don't know who she was pregnant by. The sister talked kind of in riddles, kind of strange. Like I said, Ratchet TV has it. I am promoting his channel because he's deep into this, and he has a lot of social media that they had correspondence and everything like that. And I'm just not going that deep. But I don't know if you guys have checked it out. My editing skills are getting better. I just need to make sure I can stay on top of some of these stories. Like I said, it's a story every day. And especially a story of someone getting gotten. You know, I try to watch what I say on YouTube, so read between the lines. Somebody getting gotten and they no longer available. Those homicide stories come out all the time. All the time. It's so many of them with women of color. Is just, I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up. I do 12 hours, you guys, and that gets to be long. So when I come home, I go to bed. I'm not on my computer. You ready? Ready? Okay. Okay. We'll get to you. That is sad, Shay. And then, like I said, this new lady, she's missing now. And they found her bloody phone somewhere. Her bloody phone. Yeah. He showed it yesterday. Yeah. That's where I know that. That's how I knew that, you know, they was burying her yesterday, because I watched it on Ratchet TV. Ratchet TV is really good when it comes to that. But like I said, I don't always agree with his probably how he conduct his show. Well, it's his show. He could do what he want, but I don't like when people don't agree with him. He just send them pack them. Shay, you know what I mean? Send them packing. I don't like that. But yep. Oh, I'm Felicia Johnson. I think he's gonna cover her. But here's the craziest thing, right? I go to another site. I'm at another site. I'm in the crime scene area, YouTube. And a lot of these cases come up. You know, I see a lot of them. I just can't stay on top of them. I would love to. It's just a lot of work, like I said. But now he's going to talk about Felicia tonight. And I do every now and then grab some of his, you know, content. Like I showed that picture. Shay, you just getting here. Shay, what you think of this? Because Shay and I follow. Shay, what do you think? That's supposed to be Ella Goodie. What do you think about that, Shay? I showed it to Shay again because you know her and I talk this crimes. We kind of in the same area sometimes. Yeah, I'm into her case now. You are? We gonna follow her case. Yeah, we go. I definitely know what you mean. He don't be playing. Yeah, he don't. He'll get you off of there in a minute, won't he? You don't even have time enough to breathe. But he's a straight up brother too. You know, I think he's one of those brothers, just like a no nonsense. Like you can't pull his bullshit. Because the Alexis Ware story, he dug into deep. He even went to South Carolina, right? He went to South Carolina to the 7-Eleven. So he was digging deep. Yeah, I'm into her case now. Yeah, I'm going to look her. Yes, I definitely know what you mean. Let me see. Because what did you think about the Ella Gooden thing? That looks like Ella for sure. No, I don't know. But it looks like her for sure. But like I said, people do all kind of photoshops. I'm not with all that. You know, I ain't that savvy. And, you know, some people could look at a picture and say, nah, that was Photoshop. Now, I know when shit is really off, I know it's Photoshop. I could tell. But as far as looking at some pictures, it's like, I don't know if it's Photoshop. That looked like a camera captured his picture when the guy was driving. They captured that picture when he was doing all that video. You think it's Ella? Yeah, I do think it's her. I do. Do you? Do you, Shay, think it's Ella? I think it's her. I do. It looks a lot like her. It does. And then, you know, supposedly that was the cousin driving that car. He was videoing him and that guy had on that red shirt with the curly hair. And it does appear that he was on top of an unconscious woman. Now, do I think she was deceased? I'm into her case as well. Shay, you got, yeah, what you say? I'm into her case as well. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Do you have a channel? I'm trying to keep up. It's just so much, but it's very interesting. And not only because I'm being nosy and it's just something to follow. It's a crime, you know, is crime time that I'm trying to do. No, because it's happening a lot. Every day you could find a case of a missing woman of color. And I'm mainly talking about a Black woman, and they young, and they have similar cases. So I don't know. And so I'm trying to really find out too, how can you lessen this to a certain degree? How can we resolve some of this? Because this is a big issue. What can we do? You know, more and more of these cases are popping up daily of these missing Black women, missing and murdered Black women. So it's like, what can you do? It's getting worse instead of getting better. So if you keep it out on the forefront, like when it comes to the missing women, is a strong possibility that somebody in here may see her in the area I'm in, or I might see her in my area just by me watching someone's video or listening to the news. So you don't know, to be honest, love? I don't, yeah, that's strange. Like I said, people do strange things, so I don't know. But you guys, I have to go. I have to finish cooking out, you know, getting my dinner together, and I work tomorrow, but I will be back. I will be back. Oh, you don't have a channel? No, with Felicia Johnson. I wish she would have never gotten into that car. I know we're gonna talk about that. Oh, okay. Got you. Sorry, Marvel. Like I said, it's kind of hard to follow through, Shay. Wait a minute. It's kind of hard to follow when you're a content creator and you are doing commentary, to follow the chat and stay on top of it. I got where you going, Marvel. I got it now, baby. I thought you was talking about something else. But yeah, it's very hard when you're answering people and trying to stay engaged with your chat. But Shay, yeah, I wish she wouldn't have never gotten in that car too with that guy. She was tired of waiting for Uber. Why are women so trusty though? I just wouldn't get in the car with anyone. I just wouldn't. I'm too scary like that when it comes to stuff like that. I see so much, you know, that it makes me leery. I just wouldn't get in the car with anyone. But you know, sometimes when you're younger, you are less cautious of certain things. Not that you're not aware, you just in your mind don't think it'll happen to you. And so you take chances. Because I know a lot of us, maybe all of us, have taken a chance to do something that now we probably wouldn't do as older people and more wiser people. You know, we probably wouldn't do it. So it was nice hanging out with you, Miss T. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who came out today to join me. Again, I have to make it my business, you guys, to come on once a week so I can continue to grow my platform in the direction that I wanted to go. And I'm not even mad, and don't get me wrong when I say this, unfortunately, I'm going to leave it alone. I'll leave that alone. But anywho, I will come on once a week. Now, what day, I can't tell you because of my schedule fluctuate because of my job. So I can't say, hey, I'm going to be here. But if I come on, it'll be at 6 o'clock, probably at nighttime when some other people. Please make sure that if you are subscribed to my channel, you have your notification bell on for all notifications so you won't miss when I upload or go live. I am learning to edit it much more. I don't know if you see, but I am doing more and more editing. I'm putting it all together now. Is tedious sometimes. Is a lot of work. I'm trying to get my voice to match, and then I have to trim when I tell these stories. I'm trying to make sure the music is at a certain level. I'm trying to make sure the timing is right. And so editing takes a lot. I could be in here all day editing something, and then it end up not being what I wanted to be. See you later, Duchess, my bootleg co-host. Thank you so much for joining me. So I am working on some things, you guys, for me to get better. And I do need to come on here more often. So I will be on here once a week, maybe twice, but I will get an upload out once a week, and I will go live once a week. I will try to come on camera. Sometime I won't come on camera, but I'll still be Mz.Teavalocity, and I'll still be here. With that being said, we gonna get ready to get out here. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. If you could just do me that favor and hit the like button, I greatly appreciate it. Shay, I'm gonna look into Felicia. If you see a king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. If you see a queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your prince and your princess. They are joint heirs, their future. They looking to inherit something other than drama and mess. And as always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take you much to bless someone. A simple hello, how are you? You look nice. Oh, I love your hat. Can I grab that coffee for you? Here's a couple of dollars to buy you groceries. It doesn't take much to bless someone. And until we meet again, you all stay safe. Peace. Thanks for joining me.